Hey everyone and welcome. I am SailorDrew. Let's hang out and take a look at the Dream Palace event in Love Nikki. So we're still about knee deep in the WFSM event in Love Nikki, which is an amazing event. It's a very expensive event. So a lot of you might be panicking that the Dream Palace has finally opened up, but I anticipate that I'll have a lot of really good news for you guys, as well as some very helpful information, as there is a caveat with this event that might give you a headache because it's not completely obvious from the get-go. So stick around for all of that, as well as the return costs for these suits and a little bit of a surprise at the end of the video. So Dream Palace or Golden String, it's the absolute easiest event we have ever had. All we have to do is, upon opening it up, we've got 3 different characters to take a look at, and we have a vote to cast for our favorite. So I will vote for Orlando because I'm kind of like, I don't know, I've fallen in love with him. Like, especially like with one of the previous events, like I was just like, oh, I get the appeal. Like, I'm like, I understand the love for Orlando now. But upon casting our vote, we'll be awarded 5 Dream Keys, which is the currency for this event. And opening up this schematic, this might be giving some of you guys some anxiety because it's not entirely clear what's going on. I think that the timing of this is actually kind of perfect because it looks like March Madness, like, doesn't it? Like, I don't know. I don't sport and I don't follow sport. So, but I think this is kind of how it goes. But 3 characters, whoever wins will face off with whoever wins from Group B, and then Group C and D, you know, so on and so forth until we have a victor. This means nothing. I mean, it absolutely means nothing. All it is just a really kind of interesting and possibly fun case study of who the American server favors and everybody who plays on Love Nikki Dress Up Queen. So I'm interested to see who you guys think will win. It's got everybody's names down, so let me know in the comments down below who you think will be the ultimate victor over our server. But I'm gonna keep casting my vote for Orlando, even though he is massively behind Lunar currently, and I really don't think he's gonna win because, again, it's just my opinion. It doesn't matter. You only get the currency by casting your votes. Now, these suits, they're adorable. They're fairies, and even the one with the jewelry box, Golden String, it reminds me a lot of Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. But it's nice because even though we only get 1 vote per day, which again isn't necessarily bad news, and we'll go over all the math and everything, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to finish this event. However, the price tag and just looking at the pieces and the wings and everything, I might finish this event. I'm kind of like, why not? But there is a caveat to finishing this suit. In that we have to finish both suits before we can get the jewelry box, which completes the posed version of Golden String, and I'll show you why. The jewelry box is not rewarded upon completing Golden String. The recipe for it is, which is a bit strange and unorthodox in this game, but it's fairly simple to do, and I'll show you why you need to complete Leaf's lyric to get the jewelry box. So pulling up the recipe, we can take a look here, see, and you need the posed version of her shoes and her dress as crafting ingredients to craft the jewelry box. So you'll have to complete Leaf's lyric to complete Golden String, but you need to complete Golden String to get I mean, it's like this kind of like jumbled mess, very like timey-wimey. Just like roll with it, like just don't ask questions and roll with it. So cliff note, you have to complete both suits to get the jewelry box, which completes the posed version of Golden String. So hopefully that clears that up for you guys, and this might feel a little bit of a betrayal for some of you, and it's really not. because I'm sure it's stressing you out that you have to complete both suits. So let's go over some of the good news about this event. Additionally, as to everything else that we've already covered, in that, you know, it's super easy and everything like that. But so math time. This event is 8 days long, and for each day we only get 1 free vote. For each vote we cast, we get 5 of the dream keys. Each recharge to buy votes is 20 diamonds each. However, the devs were nice to give us 5 free dream keys in our mail, so be sure to check in there and claim that, because that'll shave off a little bit of the cost for us. Now, since the numbers for dream keys aren't necessarily even, the math for individual suits might not make complete sense if you try and add them up at the end, and you'll kind of see why, but let's go over it. If you're not completing both suits and you're just going to go for one suit over the other, to complete Golden String you need 229 keys, which will cost 740 diamonds in recharges. For Leaf's Lyric, we need 186 keys, and if you're only completing that suit, that will cost you 580 diamonds. Now, if you're getting both suits, it's 415 keys and a nice, cool 1,480 diamonds. So really, this event is insanely cheap. That's why, like, for the longest time, I was just like, you know what? Like, they're cute, but I have a lot of fairy wings just because I've participated in Evernight's Dream and everything like that, and I was like, I don't know, like, they're adorable, but, and I love pastel colors, especially springtimey colors and everything like that, but I was like, I don't, like, I'm not totally in love with these, but the more I've looked at them, of course, as always, the more I've fallen in love with them. Now, the thing that's kind of sealed it for me is just kind of like mulling over and rolling it around in my head is the cost of the suits. They're so insanely cheap, and I am done with doing my paid pulls for WFSM. Right now, at this point in time, I'm only going to be doing my free pulls, and wherever I finish the event, I finish it, because I'm not going to be doing any recharges to complete it this time around. So I'll just complete the Hell event portion of the time flow when it comes back in like a year, provided that I'm still playing this game, of course. But so I got some diamonds to spend because since I'm not going to be completing the flowering garden portion of it. So I don't know, man. I think it's going to happen. I think I'm going to complete both of these suits to help kind of give you some more information as to if you guys should complete it now or later. I do have the return costs, but you know, I'm going to throw it up on the screen, but here's highest scoring items, so take that as you will. Now, as far as the return costs, it's kind of interesting. They're a little bit more expensive when they return. However, there are some things that are super cheap when they return. So, upon returning, Golden String is going to cost 896 diamonds for the entire suit, and then Leaf's Lyric is going to be 805 diamonds. So for both of them, it's going to run you 1,701 diamonds. So it's a bit more expensive when it returns. However, if you're still wanting to pick and choose what you want, and you anticipate you'll actually be able to save up and recover like any diamond deficits that you have from all the events that we've had currently, and complete the suits whenever they return, here are the items that are more expensive upon return versus the ones that are actually going to be cheaper than when they return. Because normally there's always diamond costs associated with every single item. However, this time it's not the case. So I've highlighted in green and, you know, red, like which ones you should get now versus which ones you should probably wait if you're not going to complete the event outright. So this will save you quite a bit of diamonds. Again, super insanely easy, thank God. So stick around to the end of the video to see a little bit of a surprise that I have coming for you guys next week. I'm super excited about it. So I'll post that at the very, very end of the video. But if you need the written guide, as always, it's in Love Nikki Zen Garden or in OG under JC's event tab. Please hit that like button and perhaps check out my channel memberships. If you want to get a fancy badge next to your name down in the comments down below, access to behind the scenes content and other fancy perks. You can check all of that out by going to youtube.com/SailorDrew/join or clicking the join button down below. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.